Brothers and sisters, let's start inshallah our workshop. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم وفقنا لما تحبه وترضى. Ya Allah, in your name we began this workshop. We offer our best salutations, salawat, and taslim through you to your most beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who guided us, who taught us, and who cared so much about us more than our mothers and fathers. May you, Ya Allah, reward him the best and join us with him in Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen. Ya Allah, reward the parents who brought their children, encourage them, and reward the children who came to learn how to pray to you, to improve their salat, their ibadah, and their dua to you, Ya Allah. Therefore, please protect our children, Ya Rabbil Alameen, from any harm, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Ya Allah, save our children from bad influences of friends, from bad thoughts, from any negative, depressive thoughts, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Protect them, Ya Rab, from shaitan, protect them from nafsu, desires and hawa. Ya Allah, grant our children hikmah to be good kids, to be good responsible citizens, and to be, inshallah, future leaders of this country. Ameen. Ya Allah, bless the parents, grant them rahmah, barakah in their rizq, in their health. Ameen. Ameen. May Allah bless the volunteers who helped me so much, namely Sister Shameen, and all the sisters and the brothers and the youth who are also supporting us today. May Allah bless Riyadh al-Jannah Association, Board of Trustees, and all people working with me to do something good for Malaysia, inshallah. Ameen. Ameen. So with this prayer, brothers and sisters, I would like to invite you all to watch a very interesting video. The reason why I have chosen this video, because I will base my teachings on it. It's a very beautiful historical background to Salat. Through the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, how the Salat became wajib and why it has become wajib. And then I will, inshallah, show you a PowerPoint presentation that I have prepared for you, inshallah. And then we open the floor for questions and answers. Then we pray together, inshallah. So please enjoy the video now. And children, pay attention. They really attention, including parents. Even you have to pay attention. It's 1 hour video, and then we break. We take a short break of 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. Then we come back for the PowerPoint presentation, questions and answers. Okay, inshallah? Children, this is the most important learning of your life. The most important thing you learn in life is salat. How to worship Allah, the connection with Him. Because if you fix that, Allah will fix all your connections in dunya. Once we fix the relationship with Allah, Allah will take care of the rest. If we miss the salat, alas, nothing will work in our life. That's why when the Prophet ﷺ sent Mu'adh bin Jabal, radiallahu anhu, he sent him to Yemen, he told him to do only 3 things. Focus on 3 things, he said. He said, teach people Tawheed. Tell people La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, what does it mean? And then he said, teach them the salat and collect the zakat from the rich and give it to the poor. 3 things. Most important things in life are 3. Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. We all say it, we just need to improve it, inshallah. The second thing is salat. Once we fix the salat, we move to the zakat, inshallah. So now, workshop on Salat. This is our second workshop. SubhanAllah, last year, same month, we did part 1. Now we do part 2, inshallah. Who was here last year? Alhamdulillah. So majority is new. That's good. Bismillah. Basically, one thing we forget when we teach the Salat, even ask the parents, the ustaz, the ulama, is that there is no Salat without wudu. Very good. Excellent. There is no Salat without wudu. And there is no wudu without? No. Wrong. No. No. Without mandi. There is no children. You cannot pray if your wudu is not correct. Okay? Alhamdulillah, I fixed my wudu. I learned the wudu the way Rasulullah did it. But I never took care of my mandi. When I do ghusl, I think shower is enough. No, shower is not enough. Taking a shower with even the best shampoo, the best soap, is not going to make your salat valid. So what do we need, Sheikh? Besides the, mashallah, ghusl, shampoo, soap, all what you need to clean your body with, there is something else that is called al-ghusl. Al-ghusl is what we do covering our body or touching our body from head to toe with water, but with intention. So those who said intention are right. This intention, when you go to the shower, say, Ya Allah, I am making ghusl to pray. When? When somebody becomes Muslim, if somebody becomes Muslim, we ask him or her to start ghusl. Because they could have been junub, especially if they are adults. Junub means they are sexually defiled. So we do ghusl when we have a wet dream. Do you know what is wet dream, children? Okay, wet dream is this, for small kids who don't know. At a certain age of your life, when you are about 11, 12, 13, you will, when you sleep, suddenly you find your underwear wet. It's not urine. It's not. So don't panic. At a certain age of your life, if you find your underwear wet, so now you need mandi. You need ghusl. You cannot pray without ghusl. So what to do? You go to the shower, you clean yourself with soap and shampoo and everything, and then you make intention. Ya Allah, I'm removing the janaba. I'm removing the sexual impurity. I cannot pray as long as I have this. Also for married men and women, when they approach their spouses, you cannot pray until you do ghusl. Even if you make 1 million wudu, even if you make 1 million wudu, it's not going to be accepted. Your salat is null and void. You need to do ghusl first, you do wudu, ablution, then you pray. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay, good. Also, ghusl, we do it for person who dies. When somebody dies, we wash him or her before we put them in the grave. So it is called ghusl. Remember this. You call it in Malay ghusl? Like this? What do you call it? Mandi wajib. Mandi wajib. Good. Alright? Parents, teach your children this. Mandi wajib. You talk to them about mandi wajib. Any question about mandi wajib? Okay. Details later on. Then we go to the wudu. When we make our wudu, you saw what the man was doing, right? First thing is intention. Children, when you sit down or you stand, whatever, if you have tap, Bismillah, the first thing, remember, don't waste. In Malaysia, you waste a lot of water. And you think Allah is pleased with your wudu when you waste? I need to show you a short video that I made that you can really make wudu in 1 cup of water, with 1 cup of water. So do not waste. Don't open the tap more than you should. Sometimes you go to the masjid and the adults give very bad example. Is the adults. Children will follow us. Whatever we do, they follow us. So children, one more thing, keep in mind, do not waste water. Good. Then you start. Bismillah, make the niyyah. Bismillah. You wash your hands 3 times. And don't forget the ring. Move it. If you have a ring, move it. So let the water go underneath. Number 2, wash your mouth 3 times. Then your nose 3 times. Then your face, and face is from ear to ear. Forehead to chin. This is the face. The face is not just your eyes and nose. Everything. For people who have the beard, Rasulullah ﷺ was seen doing this. He used to put his fingers in between, like this, so that the water touched the skin. 3, wash your hands up to the elbow. Pay attention. When we wash the hands, we have to go all the way to the elbow, below the elbow. And all of it, not just, sometimes you leave this area, untouched. Some children, they just do like this. No. And you have to wrap. You have to do what we call massage. You massage that part that you are washing. Clear? Then you go to the left 3 times. Then you wipe your hair 1 time. And this is how we wipe. We go from forehead to the back and come back. Don't worry, your hair will still be there. Because some Malaysians, mashallah, they love their hair more than they love their wives. Takbir. Don't touch the hair. What's my proof? What's my proof? Some of you go all the way to Mecca. You cannot shave the head. You shorten it, but you cannot shave. You're not ready. Don't worry, it will grow and even better. Right or wrong? So you do this, Bismillah, and you wipe back. Then you go to the ear. Ear, inside, and then back. 1 time, only 1 time. Then you wash your feet 3 times, starting with the right foot, and then the left foot 3 times. After that, while sitting or in your place, say, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم اجعلني من التوابين واجعلني من Who knows the dua? Children. اللهم اجعلني من التوابين واجعلني من What did Rasulullah ﷺ say if you do this dua? If you just say, أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم اجعلني من التوابين. Oh Allah, make me among those who return to you always. واجعلني من المتطهرين, and make me among the clean ones. What happens, children? Allah will tell you, enter from any gate of paradise you want. How many gates there are? No?
8.
Very good. There are 7 Jannahs, but 8 gates. He will tell you, choose which gate. Allahu Akbar, up to you. You want to enter from this gate or that gate, whichever you like. Choose for this? Yes, because it means a lot for Allah to be clean. Okay, good. Now you go and face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which we will see. Until we figure out what's the problem. Any questions so far about wudu? Now children, look why it's important, the wudu is important, spiritually. When you wash your hands, Rasulullah said, any sin that your hand has done is forgiven. Let's say you hit someone, you hit your brother or sister. That's a sin or not? Sin. You have touched something that doesn't belong to you. You didn't steal, you just touched it. Stealing is major sin. Then alhamdulillah, by washing your hands, any sin you committed with your hands is gone. You said something wrong. You made the wrong comment. You said not a polite word. By washing your mouth, that sin is gone. You have smelled something not halal. Huh? Smell something not halal? Yes, perfume of a woman. A woman who is not your mother, nor sister, nor wife, nor auntie, crossed the street or was with you in the elevator, that's a sin. You know that or not? And ladies, you know that if you put perfume and go out is a sin. So if you do that, alhamdulillah, by washing your nose, that sin is gone. When you wash your face, maybe you look at something haram, inappropriate, that sin is gone. Oh, I see. You heard something not appropriate, bad word, you listen to music, by washing your ears, is gone. You walk to a place, Allah doesn't want you to be there. You went to a bad place, haram place, inappropriate place. Allah will see, wudu actually purifies you. And who are the most purified creation of Allah? The angels. The angels. So by making wudu, you start looking like an angel. Remember this. Another thing, Rasulullah said, as long as you are in wudu, shaitan cannot come near you. You know that, kids? The devil cannot come near you as long as you have wudu. Shaitan is very afraid of wudu. That's why he makes you lazy when it comes to wudu. So mothers, keep your wudu. Brothers, keep your wudu. Go to sleep with wudu. Even when you go to sleep, make wudu. Shaitan cannot come near you as long as you have wudu. Clear, inshallah? So it's not just for salat. When we make wudu, it's not just for salat. Alright, good. Now, you see what happened to the Prophet, peace be upon him? Even before Isra, Jibreel alayhi salam cleaned his heart with Zamzam and took him for a journey of speed. It was very fast. He went. What did he do in Jerusalem? He went for scenery, for shopping. Maybe he went to Badr Utama, one Utama. What did he do? When we go to London and Paris, we do for what? For Salat and Da'wah? Most of us. Rasulullah sallallahu, when he went out of Mecca, he went, subhanallah, to pray. He prayed 2 rak'ahs by himself, right? Then he led 3 prophets. In one hadith, Allah brought down all the Anbiya. And don't ask how, because Allah can do anything He wants. Okay? So 3 prophets, according to this video, prayed behind him. Ibrahim alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, and Isa alayhi salam. He led them 2 rak'ahs. Then Jibreel alayhi salam took him up to heaven, to a place where no other creature of Allah has ever gone, not even Jibreel alayhi salam. What is that place, children, called in Quran? Sidratul Muntaha. Remember it. It's very important word. Don't forget it. Sidratul Muntaha. From there onward is paradise. Allah says, Indaha, near that tree, from there is Jannah. So he almost reached paradise. Now I want to show you something very interesting, children. Pay attention to this. When Musa alayhi salam went to the mount, remember when he saw fire? Musa, the story of Musa alayhi salam. He saw fire, right? He told his wife and children, wait here. I will go to that mountain, bring some fire for you, because it was cold night. And he lost the way. He was going back to Egypt. He lost the way. So he thought there are men there. He will ask them, camping, please give me some fire for my family. And where is the way to Egypt? It was 40 nights. What did he find there? No campers. Allah attracted him through a fire on a tree. Then Allah spoke to him. He said to him, take off your shoes. O Musa, take off your shoes and walk. You are in the sacred mountain. Solat. So Musa alayhi salam took off his shoes like we did just now, and he walked in because it's sacred place. You know, Allah didn't tell this to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he went to heaven. He didn't tell him, take off your shoes. What does that show? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he went to Isra and Mi'raj, he was wearing his shoes. Allah didn't tell him, take off your shoes. That shows that how much Allah loves Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't even tell him, take off your shoes. And where did he go? Earth or heaven? So which one is purer? Heaven or earth? Heaven meaning, still he told him, don't take off your shoes. So the shoes of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam are very important. Why? Because they are special shoes, or because the one who wears them is very special? Ah, very good. So we need to know who is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah didn't even tell you take off your shoes. Musa alayhi salam, Allah spoke to him on earth. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah spoke to him in heaven. See the difference? The Prophet is always the best. So we are the followers of who? Of the best of the best. Therefore, we must be the best of the best. They are just telling us we are not good. We are very good people. If we are not good people, we wouldn't be here. We are very good people. Children, you have to know you are good kids. And you can do better. It's just sometimes shaitan tricks you. And you do naughty things. But generally you are. Kids need to hear this positive message. Because they are being bombarded by negative things. Yeah? Okay, good. So, what did Allah tell him? To Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What did Allah, when they talked about what? By the way, he didn't see him, for those who are, did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam see Allah? No, he didn't see. No one has seen Allah yet. We see him only when we go to paradise, inshallah. What did they talk about? What was the subject matter? Raise hand, yes. Very good. They talked only about Salat. Why Salat? Why not Jihad? Why not Zakat? Why not respect to parents? Excellent, very good, here you go. Allah did not talk to Prophet ﷺ about parents, about jihad, about zakat, about fasting, about going to Hajj. No. He talked to him about the most important thing that Allah loves, that every Muslim should do and can do. Don't tell me you cannot pray. He's a liar who says, I cannot pray. He's just lying. Everyone can pray and should pray. Even if you are handicapped, even if you are burned 100% and wrapped up in medical bandage, you still pray with your eyes. Even if you are hanged from your feet in jail, you still pray. Because without prayer, there is no paradise. So children, you know how important Salat is? Allah did not make Salat wajib on the Prophet ﷺ on earth. He called him up to sky, heaven, and then he told him. Then he sent him down. Amazingly, he came back for us. Look how much he loves us. Peace be upon him. Imagine it was you or me, already at the border of Jannah. Would you come back? Like there. Would you come back? Saying, Sheikh, I have little children. You will not care about little children. Maybe mothers now. You know what is inside paradise? Brothers, if Allah shows us only one woman of paradise, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, if Allah shows one woman, Hurul Ain, no one will ever touch his wife again. Just touch her like this. So what is waiting for you? Sabar, my brothers. Takbir. There is still hope. Takbir. You two sisters. Allah will make each one of you queen. The beauty, Allah will give you different beauty than the one. SubhanAllah, you just go to for salon for 1 hour or two, you become different. Right or wrong? Some of you look like Hindu anyways. But still, you look a little bit pretty. How about when Allah Azza wa Jal fixes you himself? Allahu Akbar. Huh? Okay, so keep that in mind. But the Prophet ﷺ came back for us. And he saw terrible things. He saw some of the things that will happen to, na'udhu billah, even some of his followers, because they changed the deen. And he saw very good things, prototypes of paradise. He came back. What did he do? He started teaching his followers Salat. Because in his time, before this journey, the Salat was just 2 rak'ahs in the morning and 2 rak'ahs in the afternoon. The Salat of Sayyidina Ibrahim, alayhi salam. 2 rak'ahs in the morning, 2 rak'ahs in the afternoon. After this, it became 5 times a day. And let no one misguide you. Children, you will go to some universities, especially the youth, and you're going to meet different people, so-called Muslims. They will tell you there is only 3 salats. And of course, you like discounts, don't you? Don't you? We all like discount. If something is 100 ringgit, but people wants to give it to you just with 80 or 70, don't you take it? So, some people will tell you, no, there are only 3 salats. When Rasulullah ﷺ brought 5 salat, and the first salat he prayed, Jama'ah, on earth, was Salatul Dhuhr. The salat that we're going to do here, inshallah, together. The first prayer he prayed collectively, it was salat. Who was his imam? Jibreel alayhi salam. Jibreel taught him. He said, "O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam," because he didn't know how to pray. He just got the message, go and pray 5 times a day. Jibreel will teach you. So Jibreel alayhi salam came down and told him, when the sun passes the middle of the day, meaning noon, pray 4 units. He asked how? He told him, come, follow me. So Jibreel alayhi salam led him, and then he taught the Sahaba. Then Asr, then Maghrib, then Isha, then Fajr. From that time until Yawm al-Qiyamah, this prayer will always be 5. But you will hear some so-called Muslims, no, there are only 3. And of course, we are tempted. 3, we say, okay, 3, easy. No. Actually, the more you pray, the better. The more you pray, children, remember, the better. We will see the benefits of Salat later on. Now, any questions so far, please? Including parents. Any question? Yes. Yes, sister.
Somebody that said that they are taking some medication, and when they start the Solat, they keep forgetting things, so they have to keep repeating them. Are they accepted to Solat like this? Otherwise, it's like non-stop.
They are medically
Taking some medication for depression.
Number 1, Salat will, alhamdulillah, one of the benefits of Salat is it does not let you go to depression. You know what is number 1 reason for depression? Depression is very alien to Muslims, and should be. If you're a Muslim and you have depression, there is something wrong with you. It's Iman. Lack of Iman is number 1 reason. Lack of faith. You have never been taught to trust Allah. That's why you get depressed. The small problem will break you. So the Muslims actually should not know depression. Maybe sadness, maybe anger, but not depression. Because depression means what? You are losing hope in Allah. And that's a major sin. Children, one of the biggest sins in Islam is to lose hope in Allah. You think Allah will never help you. You think you are the saddest person. You think your problems will never be fixed. You are not having Iman. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal, now, He let you face depression. One way to fight depression is Salat. The more you pray, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, for instance, look at me. Whenever a problem happens to him, what's the first thing he does? Wudu and 2 rak'ahs. When we have problem, the first thing we do is what? Complain. We call a friend or 2 and start talking. One instead is very easy. Go make wudu and pray 2 rak'ahs. Ya Allah, I have this problem, please help me. He will. So if a person is taking medicine for depression, okay, let's say somebody, he's forgetful. By the way, these depressed people, they forget only about it. Only during Salat they forget. They don't forget million ringgit or two. Takbir. Have you seen? I never saw a depressed man. Sheikh, I'm so depressed, I forgot where I put 10 billion. Where you put it? He knows. He knows his car, he knows his dog, he knows his shoes. But I cannot remember which rak'ah I am. Have you seen? Have you ever seen a depressed sister forgetting where she put her jewelry? Or where Habib jeweler is? Takbir. You all know the address very well. Takbir. That's the truth. So, but let's say somebody is old maybe, Alzheimer. Well, actually, if we prayed from the young age, we will not reach that stage. Do you know that or not? The only thing a person who has Alzheimer cannot forget is the Quran. Why? Because you always repeat. 5 daily prayers, you have 17 rak'ahs. 17 rak'ahs, 17 times you read Al-Fatiha. Do you think anyone will forget Al-Fatiha? Never. Because you repeat it. Simple as this. So the more Quran you read, the more Salat you do, the more ruku' you do, the more sujood, Alhamdulillah, you may forget the face of your daughter, or son, or grandson, but you will not forget to recite Al-Fatiha. Proven. And Arabic is not even your language. You are not even Arab. So please pray, and pray a lot. Prayer is nothing but good for you, inshallah. So if someone is taking medicine and they forget, it's okay. What can we do? But need to be monitored. For example, if somebody is sick and he's taking medicine, when they pray, we should watch them. If they miss a rak'ah or two, we tell them. Clear? Our elderly, we pray with them. Your mother is old and meek and sick and forgetful. You lead her. Say, Ma, just do like me and sit near her better. Because you cannot see what she's doing if you are front. Sit near her and pray, and she will do. Even if she forgets, it's okay. It's okay. They are already, mashallah, old age. But pray before you reach that age. The best prayer, children, is at what age? Young, when you are young. Allah loves a young man or a young woman who is very religious. Because usually youth are naughty, but you are not. You're supposed to be naughty during your age, young age, but you are not. You are, mashallah, masjid. And remember, among the 7 type of people, Rasulullah said, there will be 7 type of people given shade on the day of judgment. When there is no shade, but the shade of the throne of Allah. Allah allows them to come under the shade of His throne. May Allah make us amongst them. Say Ameen. One of this group, a person whose heart is hanged with the masjid. Always love to be in the masjid. This is mainly for men. Women, Allah has blessed them. He didn't make it wajib on them to go to the masjid. If they want to go, Jazahullah khair. May Allah bless them. If they don't want, fine. But boys don't go to the masjid. And remember this, real man pray in the masjid. Remember this, real man pray in the masjid. It's the women that Rasulullah ﷺ allowed them to pray at home. Today we see many men praying only at home. So who's the women? Women with mustache? Takbir? No, serious brothers. Real men, where do they pray? Answer, look at them, they don't want to answer. Answer. In masjid. Women pray at home. Takbir. And good women push their husbands to go to the, say, please go. And take the children with you. Then the children, mashallah, learn, they grow up. I go with my father. I used to follow my uncle, my grandpa, my cousin, whoever. Good. What else? Very good question. Thank you, sister. Another question about Salat. Is okay. before I start my, I give you the break, inshallah. Now, children, how many salat was wajib on us? First. How many? 50. Pay attention. 50. Allah dropped it to how many?
5.
Shame on you. You still want to do it 3? It's already from 45 salat, Allah removed. Because the Prophet asked. If he did not ask, 50 salat. Imagine 50 salat. Let's do some math. Don't you sometimes, for 4 rak'ahs, sometimes you forget which rak'ah you are? Just 4 rak'ahs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ya Allah, which rak'ah I am? That's why when you see men touching things, it means they are already takbir. Okay? Alright, Sheikh Zoubir is praying. Only at Dhuhr is 4 rak'ahs. Asr 4 rak'ahs. And Isha 4 rak'ahs. So 4 rak'ahs maximum. Sometimes you forget. Do you think you will know which salat if it is 50? 50 salat. Divide them on 24 hours. How many? Every half an hour there is. Every half an hour there is salat. Oh my God. So now you cannot sleep. You cannot go to work. Traffic jam already, salat come. Traffic jam. You just got in the car already, another salat. So which salat is this? Number 28 or 29? You couldn't even remember 4th rak'ah or 3rd rak'ah. So Allah dropped already to 5. We cannot ask more. That's why Rasulullah felt shy. Cannot, khalas, no. Although Musa alayhi salam told him, try one more time. Don't say, man, the Prophet should have. Sallallahu alayhi man, why the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam didn't listen to Musa alayhi salam, you know? Don't say that, astaghfirullah. I know how some of you think. Man, I wish he made it just 2 men. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, khalas. Even if it was 2 salat, you still want to discount again. Human nature. So 5. Children, that 5, does it do any good to Allah? Let's see. When you pray, do you see a new mountain coming?
No.
Maybe you added something to Allah's creation, or actually it's you who benefited. How? Benefit is not material only. Benefit is not just food you eat, air you breathe, a watch you use, a car you drive. Benefit also when you rest, when there is nothing bothering you. That's a great benefit. So when you pray, the first thing Allah gives you is peace of mind that money cannot buy. Remember this. Allah says, أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. Indeed, by the remembrance of Allah, which is salat, hearts gain peace and tranquility. Go see how many billions of dollars per year in one country like Malaysia are spent just for mental health. When Allah is giving to you free, 5 times a day, remember Him. Go pray. 1 when you get up, Salat Fajr. 1 when you take your break from the dunya. You're taking break for lunch. Why don't you pray also? 1 at Asr, 1 when the night comes, and 1 before you sleep. And each salat brings you closer to Allah. But it had nothing to God. It's good for you. There is this man who was traveling in the desert. Kids, pay attention to this story. And he prayed 2 rak'ahs very fast. Sound familiar? How do you pray, mashallah? Do you pray 2 hours salat? Yalla, la. Allahu Akbar. You read Surah Al-Baqarah. Ruku', mashallah, another 15 minutes. You pray like roosters, most of you. So this man prayed like a rooster. He was tired. He prayed 2 rak'ahs, however, and then lie down. When he slept, in the desert, you don't know. It was a grave there, but he didn't know. Because the wind made it just like any land. but it was somebody already dead. So he slept near him. In his dream, he saw the person in that grave getting up and telling him, brother, I am a Muslim like you. And I died a few years ago. You prayed 2 rak'ahs very fast. You are not pleased with that. He said, yes, you're right. I was not pleased. I just prayed. He said, for us the dead, wallahi, those 2 rak'ahs that are very fast are better than the whole dunya. We wish Allah gives us just 5 minutes to get up and we will do nothing but pray those 2 rak'ahs that we didn't not like. So you see, children, what we will wish for when we die. After death, we will wish just to get up and pray. But you cannot pray in the grave, you know that. Ya Allah, I am bored, I have nothing to do. Can you please let me pray? Allah says, no. I gave you life and I told you to start praying. And among all the ibadat, subhanAllah, salat is the only ibadah we start early. Did you see? Do you start fasting at the age of 7? No. Do you do hajj at the age of 7? No. Do you pay zakat at the age of 7? No. Do you do jihad at the age of 7? But salat must. And that's the mistake of some parents. May Allah forgive them. Say Ameen. They are still small. Not yet. Not yet. Rasulullah is telling you, teach your children salat at the age of 7. And hit them physically if they don't pray by the age of 10. And separate them in bed. Do not let them sleep near each other. Brother and brother and sister cannot sleep near each other. How about cousin and cousin? One thing you are not doing is this. Your children, let's say you have only one room. One room for you, one room for your kids. Son number 1 sleeps this way. Son number 2 sleeps this way. Feet, 2 feet. Different. Cannot sleep near each other. How about brother and sister? How about cousin and cousin? These are teachings of the Prophet ﷺ. We need just to follow. Now science is proving what? Psychology, touching. So please, start early with your kids and grandkids. Some of you already have grandkids, so never too late. It's high time that a grandpa takes his grandson with him to the masjid. Grandma, take her granddaughter and teach her hijab from young. You will not have to tell her at the age of 14 and 15 to cover. Because she started young, she has no problem. So please, if you want to be with Rasulullah ﷺ in Jannah, good. Any other question? So salat is the only ibadah commanded in heaven, in the sky. Allahu Akbar. That already shows how important it is. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, now you know. And at the age of 7 until death, you never stop. Look, fasting you might stop. You are too old, you cannot fast. Allah forgives you. Pay kafara. You were rich, you are poor. No more. Or you are poor. Zakat you don't pay, no problem. You couldn't go to Hajj. You tried with everybody, Tabuk Hajj, you couldn't. Allah may forgive you. But Salat, you start at the age of 7 and you cannot stop until you die. Only death should stop you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. O Muhammad, worship your Lord until death comes to you. Yaqeen here means death. Death is the only certain thing in life. No one, subhanAllah, disputes it. Muslim or non-Muslim, rich or poor, everybody knows one day we will die. So children, when we go to the grave, and imagine, alhamdulillah, you prayed from young, fear nothing. But if you didn't pray, in the grave, when the 2 angels ask us, the first thing they ask us about is salah. The first amal. They will not ask you about something else. They will ask you about amal, about salah. Did you pray? If you say, no, I didn't pray, but I gave zakat, I was very generous, I was going to Hajj every year, I was fasting Mondays and Thursdays. They say, no. That they don't count without salat. Salat first. If the Salat you fail, they will not even question you. Torture starts. Okay, what's the torture of Salat for those who don't pray? You need to know this. Number one, the angels, Munkir and Nakir. You know them? Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Munkir and Nakir. You better know their names now because they are your interviewers. They will do interview for you. When you enter the grave and we cover you, two angels will come. They sound like thunder. You think thunder is hitting. Ya Allah, I'm already lonely, I'm already scared and dark. Thunder. And their eyes, Rasulullah shine, he says, they shine like lightning. Allahu Akbar. They didn't ask you yet. This is how they come. You see in their eyes, clear light. You are so terrified. They didn't ask you yet. So they say, Man Rabbuk? The first question, who's your Lord? You think now you know, right? If I ask you, who's your Lord? Now you think you know. But sometimes you tackle. For example, exam. You knew the answer. I read it. I just read it before the exam. You panic. Because you panic. But you know the answer. When you go out of the exam room, you remember, what happened? Because you panic. So don't think because you know the answer, you are going to answer. Just say, Ya Rab, please, when that moment comes, help me. And he went. Man Rabbuk, let's say you say Allah. Ma Dinuk, what's your religion? Al-Islam. Man Nabiyuk, who's your prophet? Muhammad sallallahu. Okay, you think you're safe, right? No, not yet. Now they ask you about Amal. So they first ask you about Aqidah, faith. Who's your Lord? What's your religion? Who's your prophet? Answering this doesn't mean you are off the hook yet. Now they ask you about as-salah. Imagine you didn't pray. Now the punishment starts. What punishment, Sheikh? Rasulullah ﷺ said, Munkir will have a chain with him. Chain. Iron chain. Nakir will have a hammer. You believe in Thor? You watch many movies about Thor. Well, you haven't seen Munkir and Nakir yet. Takbir. Rasulullah ﷺ said, when Munkir is pulling his chain with him, what's called the chains? The ring. One ring of the chain is heavier than the mountain of Uhud. Again, Sheikh? Okay, again. No problem. I am here to scare you. Like there. To scare you, to make you better Muslims. Because our children, they think, you think Allah created us for nothing. To eat and drink. Minum, makan, tidur. I'm empty. Minum, makan, tidur. Oh. So one chain, Allahu Akbar, one chain is heavier, one ring of a chain is heavier than the Mount of Uhud. So one of them is pulling like 60 mountains with him to hit you. The feeling of the impact. Allahu Akbar. How about the other one? The hammer, if you hit a mountain, the mountain will turn into sand, dust. Allahu Akbar. And then punishment. Salat first. The first thing is salat. Now you know why Rasulullah said hit your children? Because you don't want them to go through this punishment. I rather as a father, if I ask my children, did you pray or not? And if they lie, double punishment. If they say, Dad, sorry, I didn't pray. Okay, go pray. This time I forgive you. Second time, rota. Because you are 10 and up. Because I don't want you, my son or daughter, to go through that. Because Rasulullah ﷺ knows what's the alternative of a rotan. The alternative is, na'udhu billah, then your children will pray for you. Thanks for my father and mother who taught me salat at early age. May Allah reward them. Brothers and sisters. Because you don't want them to be burning in hell in front of you. Yeah? Especially mothers. Do your best. Okay. So, with this, With this now, we're going to take a break because I know it's already getting cold. Yeah? So you need to warm up a little bit. But children, you have 5 minutes. Okay? Come back inshallah, and then we start the PowerPoint presentation where I show you something very interesting about Salat. May Allah improve us in wudu and Salat. Assalamu alaikum.